Let's turn to the Affordable Care Act, fondly known as the ACA. Now, the Supreme Court found it constitutional, yet we see a number of governors asserting that they're not going to set up exchanges. This is a critical issue for the network, the notion that everybody ought to have access to health care. What are you doing to mobilize in those states or to prevent other states from not taking this up, or is it a different strategy altogether?
Well, we actually have a 50-state strategy, though we may wear ourselves out doing it. But we're organizing teams of Catholic sisters in every state to go lobby their governor. And they agree to three things. Be nuns on the bus, and we have car magnets, so they'll look like they're on the bus. We can't afford to wrap the whole bus again. And then go lobby on behalf of all those who would benefit from the Medicaid expansion, lobby the governors. Then they have to go lobby their congressional representatives to make sure it's fully funded, because that's the thing that's scaring the governors, is that they'll have the mandate but not the money. We have to make sure they have the money. And in the richest nation on earth, we've got the capacity. We are not bankrupt. That is ridiculous. We're bankrupt when it comes to political will. The last thing they promised to do is to do press at every turn. So every time they lobby, they also tell the press what the results were, so we can hold the elected officials accountable. That's what we're about.
Network isn't stopping with just trying to see the current ACA implemented.
Right.
You've got an agenda. I believe it has 7 key elements to it. Can you identify for us 1 or 2 of those elements, steps to take to improve upon this act, the ACA, and indeed make it even stronger? Just a couple of the notions, and then I'm going to ask you how people can find out more.
Okay, great. Well, one of the key issues that we have to deal with are those who are not covered by the ACA, which really requires immigration reform, because those that are left out are the immigrants in our society, whether they're legal, have come here legally, or have some of whom are working in our society, have been here a really long time, but still don't have aren't incorporated into that service sector. So immigration reform is a key piece. A second piece is, yes, we do need to make some changes in how we fund Medicaid and making sure that there's adequate funding for that. But being responsible, we know that we can control costs and some of the important shifts that are going on towards quality as opposed to quantity of healthcare delivery systems. So we're working on some of those issues at the regulation level.